Was it a real show or was it a fake show?
It was a real show. It was no strings, and she was singing
Oh,
the
funny.
sweetest sound. Yeah, it was really sweet. Because at first I was like not like fully paying attention. I was on my phone, and then I heard it. I was like, oh, is she singing Cinderella? And I was like, oh, no, it's no strings. Cute. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was Presh. And so the song is now stuck in my head.
Casey or Miranda, one of you two are gonna have to moderate the comments.
Moderate the
because
chat.
We're so far away from the computer.
Maisie Moose says hi.
Hello.
Hello, Maisie.
Amazing Maisie.
It's musical.
I don't actually know the melody of that song. I just know that line.
Maisie. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Bum, bum.
Well, since we're in a jolly mood today, let's start the show. Do you hear that? That's the sound of the group chat going off. Welcome back, everyone, to the show that asks the most important question of your week. Did you read the group chat? If you did, you would know that Adam and I are
You would not know this because we didn't say anything.
sickly girls today.
But we are sickly girls.
Well, it was a nice surprise to know that RJ was able to join us this evening.
I was gonna say, originally my call time today was like at 9:30
PM.
Yeah,
PM
till 10:15.
10:30.
Ew! And it's not even a full hour.
Yeah, and then I was like,
Mm.
I messaged my SM. I was like, it's not happening. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's why.
It ain't
That's
happening.
why.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm
We got-
so sorry you're ill, but so happy for us, because although our notes were just overflowing with content for this episode, we're happy that you can
Be
fill
part of
in,
the action.
like
Yeah.
we'll try and fit you in somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, I wasn't, I didn't have confidence how it would go without me, so I wanted to make sure. I
Because
was
we've never done it before.
No,
so.
of course.
I will say a half hour ago, me and RJ were laying on the bed and we were like,
Well,
we have to decide right now if we're doing this or not. We have to text right now if it's not happening.
I will say, I was
in
like,
the drive-thru at Taco Bueno.
I had old Taco Bell yesterday for dinner.
So, okay, let's set the scene. Okay, let's set the scene.
Okay.
I don't think this is part of it. RJ's gonna make a case that the reason I'm sick is old Taco Bell, but I started feeling sick before that.
He started feeling sick before that, which, we've been testing. It's been negative. I think, and so I told Adam, I was like, I think you're just having a cold.
Dry throat, really loud cough.
We were at Lollapalooza, so we were screaming a lot, and it also rained during the set. So I'm like,
yeah,
even if it's COVID, I don't think it's COVID. I mean, obviously we've been testing, but it's like, I think we just got a cold.
Wow, that's so funny.
Yelling in the rain.
Last night, going to bed, me being an asthmatic, I was fully like, I'm going to die in my sleep tonight. This is it. I won't wake up. RJ's going to wake up to a lifeless body next to him. Like full, it just, trauma.
Oh, who is that big wolf?
This one here?
Oh, that's
Oh my God.
I thought we are recording from the sofa. We are so far away from the screen. I literally thought that was like a German Shepherd or something behind you. I was like,
It's just Cup.
it's Cupcake. How dare!
Oh my God, my eyes.
The fifth co-host of this pod.
Mhm. I got 7 minutes in before Joe sent me a text and said she really wants in there. And I was like, yeah.
She's like,
I
how
know.
dare
She
you
wants to-
record this?
Well,
without
she
me?
saw.
She's
She
the
heard the
fifth
Twitch.
member.
She was watching the Twitch. And was
She
like,
heard
"Now,
the
hold on." Yeah.
But I honestly, it could be a mixture of things because I don't know what the weather was like, but I saw all of the mud that was at Lollapalooza.
Oh, muddy town.
Muddy. That one TikTok of all of the people falling down.
That was so funny.
So funny. That's
So
so
funny.
funny.
Literally why I wore like jorts, because I was like, if they get dirty, it is what it is.
So who cares?
I'll throw them away. That's fine.
Can you imagine if I'd worn white? Oh,
Yeah.
well, I did not fall, to be clear, but
That's good.
So
did your shoes get muddy?
my shoes did.
a little
Good.
bit.
It's fine.
It was only two
Not too bad.
places that we walked to because we were on the north side of the park.
We were on the Millennium Park side, which is nice. We didn't have that much
Yeah.
farther. But so oh my God, what was I gonna say? I lost my
losing
train of
it.
thought.
You were gonna
I'm
talk
losing
So
it.
he
about
was going
the
to talk about
food.
The
why
food, okay.
why he thinks I'm sick.
Yes.
RJ's theory.
Well, I don't think it's why. I think being out in the rain was why, and I think you genuinely have a cold. But
I think I have the
today's
flu.
Oh,
Yeah.
today's symptoms. So Adam last night had his like day old Taco Bell. It was in the fridge, but like still it was leftover Taco Bell.
And I warmed it. It's not like I was like, oh, cold meat. Yum.
Okay. And then today we both woke up. Adam was feeling sick. I was like, well, since you're sick, why don't I get food for us so that way you can feel better? And he requested.
This is lunch, by the way, not breakfast, to be clear.
He requested.
I was hungry. God, this is where it all went downhill.
Tell me.
Wingstop.
Oh, girly.
I made a big mistake. I
What-
made a
what
huge
flavor?
mistake. Oh, great. Thank you for asking. Korean barbecue.
Okay.
Which is great. And then
Yeah.
like the Memphis honey barbecue as well. Those are my two
And
favorites.
I had 2 dry rubs. So I had the Louisiana dry rub and their new lemon herb remix.
By Lotto.
Oh.
No, I did not. I think yeah.
It's on the
yeah.
it's on the thing.
It was really good. They gave us a large blue cheese. Did Frieza just jump from behind the sofa?
What a sprightly boy.
Oh my
Adam was like, he's
God.
getting old.
No,
He's
he is not.
Nah, he's still young.
Scaled the couch.
Yeah. Wow, Freed. I think he's genuinely confused. He's like, now why is this taller from this side now? Now wait a damn minute. So we eat our Wingstop. First of all, they finally gave us the large blue cheese. They did not just give us multiple blue cheeses. They gave us a full
bucket,
half quart ass looking blue cheese.
And
Side of soup.
I did drink it. I don't know if that's probably part of the problem. I'm just kidding.
And then it was around like 1:30, and I told Adam, I was like, I feel really dizzy. And my mind was like, okay, maybe I did not have coffee this morning. I opted for a matcha, but like a matcha latte, not like a matcha tea. So like
also RJ does full matcha experience now, like with the brush and the whole.
But this morning I did Starbucks.
Starby
matcha. So I'm like, I don't know how real this matcha is.
It's not.
Yeah. So I was like, so I don't think there was that much caffeine in there. So I was like, I think I'm just like, I didn't have coffee today. So maybe blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, well, let me just like log off. Let me tell everyone at work.
I'm a little nauseous, but mostly with a headache.
Yeah. I was like, I had a headache, but like right now it feels like a caffeine headache for not having it. So I was like, okay.
Yes. Oh,
it's the worst.
That so bad.
It's the worst. And the worst part, I mean, I guess it's part of withdrawals, but it's like, I could wean myself off and just be a tea girly, but it's like.
But tea also has caffeine, or most tea does.
Most tea, yeah.
The
but
tea I drink does.
But I think, that weaning part off where it adjusts to the amount of caffeine and how, because tea is a slow burn caffeination.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so like that.
Theology.
Thank you. That weaning off process sucks because you're gonna have days where it's like caffeine headache. Anyway, I was like, let me log off. Let me tell everyone on my Slack, hey, put that little sick emoji as my status.
Oh,
told
sure.
my team,
I gotta have the emoji.
Yeah, or else people won't know. Told everyone like, I'm really not feeling well. I think I'm gonna take a nap. Log off for
mental
the afternoon.
health day.
And they were like, yep, that's totally fine. Adam was like, okay, great. Then I'll nap with you then too. I woke up and I felt like the headache was stronger and like my heart was like beating so fast. And I was like, I just took an hour and a half nap. Why do I feel like why? And so I woke Adam up and we had a conversation. And I think it was
in which it's his responsibility if I ask for Wingstop for him to be like, you're sick. No, I'm not getting you.
Oh, that's yeah.
That's in sickness and in health.
So that was
that's
my
the in
fault.
health part.
Absolutely. Because I told him, even when he first said Wingstop, I was like, I don't think we should be eating fried.
We should have had soup.
We should have. I was like, let's get like
She's
soup.
closed forever. She
Oh
doesn't
yes, I
exist.
forgot. Oh, so sad.
But I was like, we have that little Miss Panera Express. Maybe we can get something there. Maybe a little like sandwich.
It was a bad choice.
It was a bad choice. So I think
it was the chicken itself.
I think so too, because mine wasn't saucy. But the chicken, it's not like it was like.
I mean, Wingstop chicken is Tyson energy chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
fine. That's how they keep their prices down. But yeah.
That's why they can sell it for 70 cents a boneless wing today.
Yeah.
So maybe that's.
I didn't feel that bad after eating, but I did feel I was like on a mend, and then I had lunch, and then I felt not great. But I also had been like awake all morning. So I was like, maybe I'm just tired. But I did then take a 38-minute shower, and I just stood.
Me too.
Shower. I just
not
stood.
that long, but like it felt long. I literally just stood in the hot shower. I was
my hands were like.
Well, that's very impressive of your building's hot water heater. Then, like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We
Wow.
each unit has its own hot water heater.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Which almost makes
Maybe
it more
wants to know
impressive.
if the Wingstop fries are good.
No,
they're not.
They're not.
Unfortunately,
They're
Adam
not.
has.
I think they're good
Adam was like, I think they're good reheated, and so we've
in an air fryer. To be clear, not just thrown in a microwave like an insane person. Also, I think I do it better than RJ. I don't know why he does it wrong every time. But you have to like spread them out on the tray.
I do.
Okay, you can't leave them clumpy.
Yeah, you gotta spread them out. But
Yeah.
wait, I'm raising my hand here. the Wingstop. Good thing about Wingstop fries is you choose your seasoning, so you can get the normal like Wingstop seasoning for them, but I get the lemon pepper seasoning on the fries.
Oh,
that's the bit at Buffalo Wild Wings too. You get their like salt and vinegar dry rub or their desert heat dry rub on the fries. That's the move. That is,
and and like they're kind of like some of them will be real kind of soggy. I mean, I think it also depends on like when you pick up your food and like how fresh it is. But just dunk them in that big old thing of ranch and you're good.
But she is the biggest like barrel of fries. She's so big.
It's a basket.
It's a whole basket. Yeah.
I know I complain about Five Guys and how they give you more than you really want, but my God, I love those fries.
No,
I love the bag of fries.
I love the bag of fries.
The brown bag flavored French fries.
The only fries I ever genuinely dream about are Red Robin. I hate to say it, mostly because of campfire sauce.
Oh,
It's so good.
Campfire sauce.
Campfire.
Did I ever tell you how I took Joe to Red Robin and it was like a Cece's sad experience?
Oh no.
There was like 2 people in there besides us.
How does this man allow you to take him anywhere?
I don't know.
How is he ever allowing you?
How is he like? Okay, let's try another.
And here's the thing is because every time we do the where do you want to eat? I always say, I don't know. Where do you want to go? And then it gets on to me. But then when I pick, every place I pick is shit. Like,
yeah, it's bad.
Like we had Cece's, it was a bust. Red Robin, definitely a bust.
Well, what made it a
happened
bust?
with Red Robin? Yeah.
It was just like there was 2 other people in there and still service was somehow still bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they don't try at all. No.
And like we didn't get any like fry refills. Like they barely refilled my drink.
I'm sorry.
Like,
it's been again quite
it's
some
been
time
a while.
It's unlimited fries, right? Like,
unlimited.
But
they've changed it to unlimited sides, so you can. So
I can get broccoli.
Unlimited broccoli if you wanted.
This isn't. No, I enjoy it. I would choose the French fry.
Miranda, unlimited broccoli.
Unlimited broccoli
for me. From Red Robin,
I would eat the broccoli just covered in that campfire sauce.
Oh my God, so good.
Oh my God, the O-ring shorty. You know, Casey, you and I go way back on that O-ring shorty, girl.
Yeah, we loved our
Red
192.
Robin. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Red
192 Red
Robin.
Robin. Here's the only thing about Red Robin though is that because they're bottomless, they give you like a basket of fries, and in the basket there's like 15 fries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go
Just
through
a
them very
smattering.
quickly. Yeah.
That's why you gotta do the girly of like, and just if you want to put in the next refill when you bring in the food.
It's like the same thing with like bottomless mimosa gigs. It's like, babe, just put the bottle of bubbles on the table.
Put it here.
Like we're not just give a bottle per table.
If you're gonna do bottomless, do bottomless. Don't be like,
do it. Yeah.
You sure? You sure you need more fries? Yes.
Yeah, I don't need the judgment.
That's
I
why
already came to
hear.
Red Robin. You think I was like,
And, like-
oh, I should be healthy tonight?
And like, you know what really should happen is, when you go to a Texas Roadhouse, I say, when I'm the only one that frequents there, but when you go to a Texas Roadhouse, when they are seating you, they grab the basket of bread, kind of like at Ohana. They grab the basket of bread
Fresh.
and they tell
take
you the
to your
story.
table.
They're like,
That's why they
"This
know you're
bread is
there."
created."
So it's like, I think Red Robin, they should grab the basket of fries and
just
seat you
wrap
at
it
your
up.
table.
Red Robin
Absolutely.
should have like French fry machines, like a popcorn machine, and you just
And
go
they
up with
just-
your little basket and you just refill her up,
Scoop 'em up.
and then somebody from the back is
Mhm.
just throwing in piles and
Yeah.
piles of fries.
Yeah.
Fries.
A fry person, fry guy.
Yeah.
Fry guy.
Fry guy.
Or
That
gal.
goes back to my thing of we just need to be able to get our own refills at restaurants
Right.
for drinks. Just
Sure.
keep them coming.
Bring buffets
Casey,
back,
I
honestly.
forgot to text you on Saturday. I had one of the best Diet Cokes of my life. And I was, so we went to
Cool.
a brewery. Yeah, no, listen to this though. We went to a brewery and I was like, I don't feel like an IP because if I'm going to like a local brewery, I would only drink their IPAs. And it was just like, I was like, but you know what sounds good as Diet Coke. So they bring it out and it's in like a plastic cup. So I took a sip and I was like, oh my God. And I like gave a sip to everybody at the table. I was like, everybody needs to try this Diet Coke. And I was like, oh man, their machine must be amazing. Like their little fountain back there, incredible. I ordered another one. So they brought it out and then they brought me the rest of the can. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Man.
This was a can.
You're just drinking out of a
Diet
can.
I was gooped. Like
You
there
were
was no
bamboozled,
way that
hoodwinked.
was a can of Diet Coke. I don't know what they did to it. I was like, what temperature is your fridge set to? Like I
Yeah.
had so many questions.
Maybe
because
it's
I
a
was
fresh,
honestly-
just right from the distribution line.
I don't know because I think the bit with Diet Coke cans is like they need to marinate in your fridge for like not a long time, but I think it's got to be
I don't
It's
like
got
the
a
term
temperature
marinate, but
control.
They have to
Yeah.
age. Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
to age the Diet Coke. But I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe I was just so
The vintage from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, what's the
Gorgeous,
the year?
gorgeous.
yeah. What's
Ooh,
Yeah,
the year? Please.
The very cold Diet Coke. It's crispy. She's a little spicy.
It was but I've never had a can of Diet Coke that made me feel that way. And I was just so pleasantly surprised.
The thing that's always confused me about Diet Coke, and I'm assuming it's just because there's no sugar, is why it doesn't foam, why it doesn't fizz. Like there's
Yeah, 'cause
bubbles.
Diet Dr. Pepper foams
Yeah.
like increment, like Diet Dr. Pepper, the foam runneth over
Yeah. She's
when
a
you get it
foamy
in
girl.
a fountain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you know what? Diet Cokes are the only ones that I immediately burp after the first sip. Like it is just
Oh, Sprite.
always
Yeah.
Sprite.
Oh, Sprite for you?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
For me it's Diet Coke. For some reason.
Oh, that
It's
makes
always
sense.
that first sip is
Yeah.
like
You need some good burps. You know what you need? And the Austin office
think I
knows it's a
Oh.
Topo Chico. You need one of those babes.
Oh.
I need a
You're
Topo
feeling a little-
Chico.
Yes, you need to clear some air. A Topo Chico.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we need.
Topo
We just need
Chico's
to be
bubbles are
burped.
the equivalent of like a
That would
gas
feel better.
a gas lawnmower starting, where it's like
Sure.
that's their bubbles.
Yeah.
Ta ta ta. I can't believe we
Anyway.
just spent like 6 minutes.
Well, I
talking
have
about
a topic to
cursed
talk
diet.
about. Can I bring it up now? It's
Go-
heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's heavy.
It's
Full fat?
heavy-ish.
What do you mean?
So, do any of you watch Below Deck?
I used to.
Okay.
Did you hear about what happened?
Did you hear about what happened? Have you been on has it infiltrated your Twitter or your TikTok? What happened
No.
last
My
last
TikTok is
night's
all
episode?
No, my TikTok's all messed up. I'm very upset by it right now. Anyway,
Okay.
No,
You can't finish a movie. It's not showing you.
it's not showing me one of these.
They finally cracked down.
Yeah,
You wouldn't steal a car.
so good. All right, what happened?
So on last night's episode of Below Deck, and I don't know if this was the season finale. I don't know anything about the show. I've never seen the show in my life. I know nothing other than it's just the staff on a yacht. Okay.
Yeah, they live on. Yeah, okay. But a good old Bravo.
A good old Bravo. Yeah. A little reality moment.
Yeah.
So in last night's episode, apparently there was a point at which on the ship the like electricity cut off on the ship, so the whole ship went dark. And so they were like, oh, the electricity just went out, but the cameras are still running because obviously they're running on like a separate power like generator probably. So they're still filming everything, but everybody's kind of like walking around being like, oh, we got to go look at the, I don't know, ship things. Fine, whatever. This guy who has just gotten out of the shower, his name is Luke. He like, listen, I feel like they're always drunk at night on the show. It's like half of the fun.
You're on a boat.
Bit,
when you're on the boat. He, I will say, takes this as an opportunity. So he goes into one of the crew member girls' rooms and they're like filming him. And he gets on top of this girl who is sleeping. He's naked, by the way. He gets on top of this girl who is sleeping. And then the producer like calls him out and is like, Luke, no, what are you doing? Which, you know, it's bad when you can hear the fucking producer. It's
right.
So then he like lays behind her and spoons her again, fully nude. And she's like asleep. So then they like, no, Luke, you got to get out. You got to go. You got to get out of the room. So then he like is pissed that they're calling him out. So he comes over and shuts the door in their face because they're not inside the room. They're like, the cameras are in the hallway. He shuts the door. They push it back open. He slams it again in their face. And then they push it open for the last time. And he's finally like, I'm not going to get away with this. And so finally like walks out and is like all pissed. He walks back into the bathroom. It's like a whole thing. And then so cut to the next day, he's like fired for this. And the girl like later, they like are like, did you know that Luke was like here? And she was like, no, I didn't even know. And they were like, he was naked. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, that's what were we on the verge of like witnessing, truly?
Yeah.
So that's one. Then the wildest part is in the same exact episode. There's a crew member named Laura on the show, and she like likes one of the guys who works on the boat. I don't know what his name is either, but he's quite attractive. He's like going to bed. He's like in the bathroom in his room, in his coach state room. I don't know. He's in his room, and she comes into his bedroom, and he's like, he literally says, "Oh, fucking Christ." So clearly, like, not having it. He wants to go to bed. She is like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? You should come back to like my bedroom with me." And he's like, "No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm going to bed." And she's like, "Well, just come sleep in my bed." And he's like, "No." So he gets up on his top bunk, and
because they're in a boat,
he's like wearing pajama bottoms and is shirtless. And she like, all of a sudden, I don't know if she brought it with her, but she has like lotion. So she like squeezes lotion onto his back and then gets up on. It's like the exact same situation, but almost like weirdly worse because the lights are on. The camera crew is in the room. Like she knows they're filming. She gets on his back. She starts like massaging the lotion into him. And again, the producers are like, "Laura, you have to get down." And she's like, okay. And like is doing this whole like doing it really slow to get down, but like still like feeling him. And then she like kisses him like the back of his neck like twice. So then both of them the next day get fired by the captain. That's how the story resolves. But it's crazy because like it was not addressed on Watch What Happens Live, which obviously that's something they would talk about.
Right.
Wasn't addressed on there. And Bravo hasn't like released a statement. They haven't even been like, they haven't done like a statement, or they haven't been like, we're really happy that our producers were there to step into a situation that was clearly like fraught, blah, 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 blah. They haven't said anything. So clearly like, it's also probably gonna be a huge legal issue as well. But then this girl, Laura, later, so because obviously they film, I don't know, last year, whenever they filmed.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fact that this is like edited, gone through multiple people.
She put out an Instagram post today, and it's a picture of her, and the caption is like, when that happened, I was 29, and when I was 30, I really changed who I am, and I'm 31 now.
Okay.
So I'm like a
Alright.
completely different person. Girl, you were 29. 29? That's insane. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's so scary to watch. Because like if they hadn't been there, what if both situations, like what the fuck would have happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
And like
what is
MTV?
They're just freaking out about it. Everybody, and TikTok too.
MTV, you know, has had lawsuits against them from contestants on like the challenge and things like that, because they were like you filmed these guys like drunkenly coming like to my room or whatever, like different victims of like, you know, like situations like that. And it's like one, you got them all drunk. Two, like you like
and
you film them and you film this whole thing happening and didn't step in. Like it's so messed up.
It's so messy. It was so crazy because like it's not even out to the point where people were able to like rip the video and put like it's people filming their laptop of the episode because that's how fresh it is.
Wow.
And it's so insidious. Like it's so
I'm surprised they like I feel like maybe they were like, well, we need to like show it so we can like show why they were fired.
Right.
But also I would be like, I don't think we need to show this. Like just show them getting fired. Or like, you know, I don't know.
And then
it's so like, complicated.
And then like talking
like they
about
could, and then everybody else, all the rest of the crew members talking about why that happened and all of that. Like,
but then you get run into like he said, she said, and obviously like it shouldn't matter about that. But like I understand the like quandary they would have been in to be like, should we show the moment itself? Obviously, narratively to explain the firing, but also like to like out. I mean, like. People should know that these people did that. Like it's you signed up to be on a show and then you acted a damn fool. Hello? It's great. And like acting a fool, I mean, like I'm colloquially saying that's like assault. It's assault happened. It's
100%.
crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was heavy. But I was messy. Horrified, and I was wondering if anybody had seen it.
But also like her saying she's 30 now, 29. Like you do not change in a year. I do not believe that you change in 10 years. Like the people who are like, people go to high school, their 10-year high school reunion and like, oh my God, everybody's different. Like how they show. No, everyone is the same. Nobody changes that much.
I disagree, but that's fine.
Oh, you do?
I feel like I'm a very different person than who I was when I was like 18 years old. But I mean, I wasn't even a different person than from when I was in Orlando. But I understand what you're saying. Like, people don't that behavior is like you believe that that's acceptable.
Yes.
That is what doesn't change.
You just got caught.
And the worst is like, I don't even know if you can prosecute them because like maritime law, I don't understand fuck all about maritime law and how any of that happens.
When you are at sea, I don't know.
Right. And then also like they technically neither of them fully did it. You know what I'm saying? Like in the eyes of the law, like an act did not happen. And I don't think there's like maybe there is attempted rape. I don't know. But it's like deep. Oh, it's so scary. Ugh. Awful. Sorry to the chat. Sorry to the listeners for bringing this up. Trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning on the app for sure.
Now let's just talk about what we're gonna buy with our $1.5 billion.
Yeah, Casey, I didn't even know that was a thing. You posted
I didn't either.
And I was like, I don't even know.
I knew.
Adam is in the industry.
Y'all aren't in the Mega Millions chatter.
I've never in my life bought a lottery ticket. I don't think I will ever buy a lottery ticket.
Oh, they're fun.
They're fun.
You know who always buys a lottery ticket? My brother. He got every time.
Oh, Kuya's gonna hit it big.
Kuya's getting these billions. Trust me.
Yeah.
I hope
Kuya's gonna. When he goes to pick up his check, he's gonna have like a mask.
The mask,
like.
That's chained to his neck. He's got his vest on. And then
some states you can claim it anonymously, and some states you can't.
Oh, okay.
Because Illinois,
I didn't know it was by state.
You can claim it anonymously.
It depends on what state you bought the ticket in, and and so there was like that viral thing going around where were they in this like the Scream mask, or they were in there, some guy was in some sort of mask, and the viral thing was like he was collecting his lottery winnings and he didn't want any of his family or friends to see
because like people get, that's the other thing, sorry to keep the darkness of the episode, but people like get murdered when they like win the lotto and shit. Like it's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, because like all of those, I used to watch those shows like Lottery Changed My Life. And they always talk about how like for the rest of your life, you're just getting letters from people telling you how terrible their life is and how they need your money.
Yep.
But Casey's like, you know what? Once I win,
there will, you may not know, but there will be signs, there
will be signs.
my room will be like this, but it'll just be filled with Barbies and Furbies,
Squishmallows,
and Squishmallows.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy the company Squishmallow. I own 51% of this company.
And I've always thought if I were to like make it big, the thing that I always wanted was a claw machine, like a toy claw machine.
Yeah, we know what we know
yeah,
what
just
thank you.
Like that's all I want in life, and they're only like $3,000 or something, but
for sure.
I would buy like a house that's like 400,000-500,000. I would like not do the thing where you go buy like 600 acres in like Montana, and then you can never maintain it because you've spent all your money
buying
a 6,000 square foot mansion.
I feel like I would buy like a couple properties, places, like maybe I'll have like
you would invest
an apartment in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have
you'd Airbnb it.
My brownstone in Chicago.
We need a house in the what is that neighborhood?
Golden Oak.
We'll have our Golden Oak house.
Golden Oak home.
For
sure.
The vacation homes.
Yeah, our neighbors are great.
Our 192 mansion,
Oh
yeah. We'll just buy the Magic Castle Motel on 192.
I think the owner of that make it a Trixie Motel situation.
Oh yes,
sure.
Well, I think the
a group chat motel, and every room will be based on us.
Cute.
One room is just a room of Squish. You have to sleep on Squishmallows.
Casey Squishmallow room. The Casey Motel.
Yeah, Casey Motel. One room is McDonald's themed.
One room is Diet Coke themed.
Oh yeah, we've got a
we'll have like a Broadway room.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Yeah, of course.
One room will be Animal Crossing. Obviously, our room.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For the kiddos.
What's Casey? What's the price up to? It's like 2 billion, something like that.
1.58 billion.
1.58.
Wow. Yes, Brelak and I will have a Spice Girls room for sure.
And it's like it gets taxed at 24%, which obviously is a lot, but then even still, that's so much money. That's $1 billion. Okay. Nobody needs $1 billion.
No. And here's my question. So whenever I've mentioned this to my sister, she's like, "Oh, well, you just take all the cash up front." Like, I feel like I want that 30-year annuity.
Yes,
absolutely.
I need it consistent.
I've seen arguments in both cases. So the 30-year problem is like, what if in 30 years they fucking run out of money? Like the state runs out of money and they are not able to pay you anymore. But also like you're getting so much every year. You shouldn't have to get to like year 28 and be like, I'm running out of money. Like you'd be getting like $300,000 a year.
I think if you're like over 50, just go ahead and take the lump sum.
Oh yeah.
Right. I think if you're a spry young 30s like myself,
chickadees,
chickadees, yeah, take that 30-year annuity.
Casey would put a Chick-fil-A room in our hotel. And it would be a point of contention, but we would let her get her way because we got the Broadway room.
Can I tell y'all my Chick-fil-A story? I was gonna keep this because I know Chick-fil-A is a hot button issue.
It's a hot button issue.
But
with the pod and the chat
a hot fried you know.
I had to send a little Karen message to the owners of the Chick-fil-A because
God.
so it's like
the owners.
Well, like to
the
franchise
of the franchise.
Sure.
I had to send a little comment card. But so it's right around 9:00 and we are out running errand like Saturday night, like errands. And we were at Walmart, and next to the Walmart is the Chick-fil-A. And I was like, well, like I want a little something, and like Chick-fil-A's right here, and I usually have like, you know, I don't know. So I was like, let's just order Chick-fil-A. So I order it on the app, and I ordered it for curbside, but curbside closed at 9. And I pull in at 9 and try and check in, and it's like, sorry, you gotta go through the drive-through lane. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go in the drive-through, and I was like, oh, I'm picking up a order for Casey. And he's like, okay, KCM. And he checks me in, and he goes, oh, it says payment error. And I was like, oh, that's weird, because I paid in the app, I paid with Apple Pay. And he goes,
I know.
No,
I
it's
know
saying,
what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's saying payment error. So you probably just don't have any money in that account.
Oh.
So you need to put money in your bank account for it to go through.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, well, no, that's a credit card.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, that's a credit card that it was charged
This little
to.
Chick-fil-A order is not maxing out my credit card.
Yeah.
Girly
Yeah.
pop.
I was like, well, it's not a bank account. It is a credit card, and it does have money in it. So, and he's like, well, no, payment error means, yeah, it's probably low on funds. So you just need to put money in there. And I was like, no, that's not it. I was like, I go, well, then why did my Apple Pay go through and take me to this next screen to come to you to pick up my order? And so then then I was like, whatever. Can I just pay you and we'll figure it out later?
Casey paid
and
twice.
So he has to go inside, and like, because he's still telling me it will not go through. It says payment error. And so he has to check something. And then he's like, okay, well, you just have to pay at the window. And I said, okay. So I go to the window, and she tells me the price. And I'm like, oh, well, can you go ahead and scan my app for my points? Because I was like, there was an error, so I don't know if it got my points. And she's like, oh, can I ask what the problem was, just so I know? And I was like, oh, well, see, I ordered this, and I was picking up my order through the mobile app, and he said there was like a payment error, so I needed to pay you, but it says it went through on my end. And she like looks through it, and she's like, yeah, it's telling me payment error. I was like, okay, that's fine. It's probably something just got messed up because it switched me from curbside to drive-through. So I hand her my card, and she goes, okay, yeah, we'll try this card and see if and see if this goes through. And I'm like, okay. and it goes through just fine. But I'm like, could y'all not treat me like... I find this to be
karma.
Yeah.
Could y'all not treat me like I don't have any money? Like, okay, well, we'll see if this one goes through. Like, I should have just gave her the same card that was on my account, but I didn't. I was like, let's just do my...
I thought these Chick-fil-A girlies were the most hospitable.
Also, they run
my pleasure.
My pleasure. They're outside with their little tablet. Like they're,
they're leaving their cashier to go save a cat that's in a fucking.
Oh yeah,
they're closed on Sunday
down the street because you left your shake on the top of your car. No, they're sitting here belittling me and mansplaining what that I don't have any money in my account, and being like, oh yeah, we'll see if this one works. Like, why don't you just say, okay, I'll scan this now, or just say, yeah, it's saying payment error. That could be a number of things. What did you pay with? Like anything.
No, you don't
like
even like. It's like, oh, that's probably on us. Do you have another form of payment? Like,
yes,
you never like. In
yes,
what world?
Or just comp the meal.
Or
it is
fucking food.
If it has gone this long, just comp it is like evening. You clearly have done the work. Even if you just show the app, it's like, okay, I'm not even getting involved. It's an app thing. I don't even care. Just take your like chickadees or whatever.
Away anyway.
Yes.
Like,
it was
Saturday night. They're closed the next fucking day. Like,
yes. Just comp the damn chicken. My God.
Yeah. Be Free said, we will avoid the discussion about the irony of an organization like this being judgmental.
Okay, Mr.
Okay, the only thing
Private
I missed,
sector education.
I haven't had. Let me say this: I haven't purchased Chick-fil-A in like I don't know since college. It's like when everything happened, because there was that one they opened downtown back when we were in college. Anyway.
Oh yes,
famously,
I've had
friend
one
Claire got
sandwich.
trapped in the.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
In the rotating car.
The rotating car.
I've had one sandwich because it was catered. I'm gonna eat free food. I don't know what to tell you. The one
he was at the White House. You remember that White House where it was all chicken and fast food? Yeah, that was
me. I was part of the winning NCAA basketball team.
Yep.
The one thing I miss from Chick-fil-A is their fucking lemonade. I think about that lemonade,
the peach lemonade
once every
situation.
3 weeks. Oh god, it's so good. It's so good.
I mean, it's like a state fair lemonade, right?
You got
it. And you know I love
Adam loves
get a lemonade and a kettle corn.
Adam, again, you need to go to Raising Cane's and get the lemonade.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, must try.
It is better.
Damn it!
Than
now
Chick-fil-A.
I want Raising Cane's, but I literally just almost threw up because I was eating fried chicken today.
I'm gonna wait till the Cub season is over before we go down to Wrigley.
Yeah, because our Cane's is
boys,
our local
listen,
Cane's.
I know you're ill now, but next weekend, if you're not doing anything, you wait, RJ's got Adam. You can certainly drive to Des Moines and we can go to the Iowa State Fair.
Next weekend I'll be in RJ and I will be in LA.
No, next week. Oh, this weekend.
This weekend or next weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend we'll be in LA.
Gone. Oh, well. Never mind.
So thank God I'm sick today.
Chicken isn't the Chick-fil-A secret? They just brine it in pickle juice.
Yes,
isn't that the secret?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so I've seen
really secret.
I've seen on TikTok when you finish your jar of pickles, save the juice, pop in a chicken breast in there, and then tomorrow cook her up. Juicy.
Huh.
That means nothing to Miranda.
Nope,
throw your
hearts of
Tofurger in there.
When I was at Costco, there was a plant-based chicken with the
chicken
with the
CHIK.
Yes, patty. And honestly, it's not terrible. Throw it in the fryer and put it on a little bun with some little barbecue sauce. It's pretty good.
Or do a mayo and lettuce and it's a McChicken.
Sure. I have not tried that yet.
Speaking of before we go to whatever, I sent in the group chat about 1 hour ago one of the worst pieces of food I think I've ever fucking seen. Where is this at? Is that at Magic Kingdom?
Magic Kingdom. So Magic Kingdom has multiple new breakfast options as of this morning.
Friars? Was it Friars?
Friars? No, which I don't remember if they had breakfast before.
There is a sausage, egg, and cheese bagel at somewhere in MK.
Yeah.
And this, you can kind of tell. This bagel looks so awful. I can't even explain to you.
It looks like a hamburger bun.
Yeah. A bagel is supposed to be like glossy on top. It's supposed to be, first of all, I'm supposed to see a fucking circle.
Yeah, I should see the hole.
I should see the damn hole. Okay. Something Casey's heard before.
And there's a pretzel roll sandwich at Friar's Nook. And then there was a breakfast bagel at the popcorn cart in front of Cinderella's castle.
What are we doing?
Why are we serving bread at a cart?
Why are we serving? Oh my God.
And at the spring roll cart.
It's giving gas station where they
they
wrap those in the foil and just plop them out.
Yeah.
That is what there it like.
If you're gonna do
the spring roll cart and then the little sign.
Yeah.
No.
Not the spring roll cart. And I love that spring roll cart. But that spring roll cart is in the middle of the sun in that Adventureland Frontierland bridge.
Awful
that
spot.
Is you should not be buying bagel eggs there. No eggs.
No. Well, trust me, those aren't eggs, RJ. It's like that.
Those are the
it's the yellow sheet of egg.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It's the liquid
eggs, baby. Yeah.
Truly horrendous. If you're gonna
they say the bagel itself was nice. It was
No.
soft
No.
and not too chewy, which
Do you
can
think it-
sometimes be a problem.
No.
What are you talking?
No.
What are you talking about?
What are you
That is
talking
the
about?
point of
That's
the
the
bagel.
bagel. That's what a
There
bagel
is-
is.
called
You're
the bagel.
describing a
lot-
bagel.
There is a lot
be
of
like,
egg.
I don't like
That's
bagels.
most of the sandwich. Yeah, it's an egg
Yeah,
bagel.
that's way too much egg.
If there is a bread that you are going to be like, well, we're going to cheap out on this, and I don't think people will care, do a croissant. Americans care way
a
less about a
croissant?
proper croissant.
Croissant.
And you know
Come
what?
on.
You leave a
sausage
croissant, You leave a
mm.
croissant like in your little hot box or whatever, and it's fine because it's so buttery. It's not.
Yeah. And then like we're not even expecting a perfect croissant. No flakes, no
Yeah.
layers. We're not expecting any of that.
No,
A bagel,
Costco
everyone
croissant.
knows what a bagel should be.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Girl, that's a hamburger bun.
yeah, girl.
Yeah.
But this review also says this is a fine pick if you're wanting to rope drop your favorite attraction and need breakfast on the go. First of all,
no,
you
go to
don't.
Liberty, whatever, and get the waffle breakfast.
get the Nutella waffle.
It's
and
literally
order it.
handheld.
Pick it
Or,
up.
yeah, or go to like Gaston's and get the cinnamon roll if that's even still
Yeah,
good.
because
Who knows?
Because it's at a cart. I'm assuming you can't even mobile order, right? You have to like line
Right.
up.
You have
Oh,
to
yep.
Oh, girl, flop.
Mm-mm.
Girl,
not
flop.
gonna be that. Freelix said a bad croissant is better than a bad bagel. That is
100%.
true.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's the title of episode. That's
Very-
also
and I
Well,
don't even
shut
like.
up, that
I don't
croissant
even like a bagel
better than a
breakfast
bad
sandwich.
bagel.
That's not my favorite go-to. We've
No,
talked
I
about
don't
this.
like that either.
No.
Yes, we've talked about this on the show before.
Yeah.
But like
Sure.
with the amount of New Yorkers that come to Walt Disney World, someone's gonna like go to guest services. Truly.
Yeah.
Someone's got to pull out a gun that they got through security.
Oh my God, Casey.
Okay, well, we're gonna cut that out when we. drop
Oh,
the-
we get to keep the other stuff but
Yeah.
behind the bridge too far.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Well, we need to go off because I
We
have a
need to
topic.
go off.
Ooh, Adam is ready to go. off.
Oh.
fresh and ready.
Today, no one is getting a commercial because we are
Yeah.
too far from the computer to
We
click
too
it.
far from beer. Okay, Adam, it's time to go off.
I hope I'm stealing RJ's. Okay, to the local McDonald's down our street. This is, you know what? This is fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This is shame on me. Okay, I will say that. I'll preface it by saying that we mobile ordered at McDonald's. It was midnight. I was hungry. It's fine, not a big deal. We ordered like a
Like
quarter
eat-
pounder meal, and RJ got his daily double, and I think you had a 6-piece,
Mhm.
and so
know, it's an
obviously
appetizer.
an extra fry for RJ, so 2 total fries, and I had a drink. Okay, great. We are in this line, no joke, because it wraps all the way around the building to pick up the order because it's midnight, so they're not bringing out orders. That's fine.
Mhm.
We are in the line for 30 minutes. When we get to the
Box.
the box where you say, hello, my mobile order number is blah blah blah, they don't even let me talk. They say we're doing pickup orders only.
Oh,
And I said, excuse me? He said, we're pickup orders only. First of all, at this point, I'd been in line for 20 minutes. So if I had not ordered on the app, I would have been through. I mean, I would have
SOL.
I would have been through the roof. I would have been so mad because then there's no repercussion. Like, what are you going to do? Walk up to the window and be like, no, this is unacceptable.
yeah.
So I was like, no, we have a mobile order. He said, oh, okay, what's the code? I said, here's the code. He said, okay, pull up to the second window. Again, very slow. Midnight grave shift crew, even though everyone is coming back from Lollapalooza. So you should anticipate it's going to be a little busier than normal. It's Lollapalooza weekend.
Right.
Anyway. We pull up to the window and he says, your order isn't on my screen. And I said, okay, what does that mean? And he was like, I don't have an order for you. So sorry. And I said, oh, no. And I grabbed the phone, and on the McDonald's app, I don't know how it works on the Chick-fil-A app, but on the McDonald's app, it says like payment was received. It says that on the
Yes, it's
confirmation.
It's basically a receipt already.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so I showed
Once
it,
you place that order,
Once you
they
place the
take your
order.
payment.
honey.
It's over, babes.
Yeah. So then I said, we have a receipt. It says right here. So he, unlike the horrible service that Casey got at Chick-fil-A, he was like, let me get my supervisor. Great. That's fine. I was going to ask for him anyway. So he gets the supervisor. He comes over. He looks at the thing. He clearly sees we'd ordered from the correct restaurant. We'd ordered and paid. blah, 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 blah. So he was like, okay, I'm so sorry about this. What I'm assuming happened is they probably turned off their mobile orders probably right when we submitted our order. That is my guess.
Sure.
Because the line was like down the fucking street. It was so bad. So I was like, so he was like, let me take your order.
He was just like, let me just ring this up.
Yeah, fine. So
because at that point, if it's already been Apple paid, McDonald's already got their money.
You got your money.
They already took my
your
money.
Just go make it.
Have my damn money.
It's nothing to be done.
So he was like, okay. So I'm holding my phone. He is calling out the order to the window guy. He's ringing it in. And so then I'm sitting, he's like, okay, it'll be a couple minutes. And so I'm sitting there and the guy comes back up to the window and I was like, do you want me to pull a little bit forward so you can help the people behind me? He's like, no, I don't care. I was like, great, slay. So it does not take long. And then we get our bag and I was like, don't even check, RJ. It's not going to be worth it.
You'll eat whatever it is.
We're going to eat whatever it is. We were missing a fry which we know me and RJ's situation with sharing fries. It's not ideal. And I think they were missing.
You ordered a McChicken on this. No, they didn't get.
I ordered an extra McChicken, and you didn't get your nuggets.
Yeah.
But you did get the sauce for the nuggets.
I did get 2 barbecue sauces.
Yeah. So all a mess all over. It's fine. So this is what I'm saying. Do better. And also shame on me for this has happened to us one time before, and I was like, this is a fluke. This is a bad experience.
And it was for like a Diet Coke and a fry, remember? Because you just needed to like drink something
before we drove to Indiana, and we were in line for 40 minutes because we'd already paid. And then you can't.
Because that's the thing. Once you order it, now I mean, this Miss Geolocation, like she's great. You know, she's really receptive. But once we're driving to the McDonald's, it already picks up. They're like, oh, you're here, you're nearby, got it.
But you used to not be that way.
It's not. You had to actually click it. Because then when we turned into the parking lot, if you see that it's all the way backed up, Mama, I'm canceling this. Right. And we're like, no.
They took our money, so then we had to wait for it. We're just whatever, fine. But it used to be that you would like go up to the box, say your code. They would input the code on their end, and then it would confirm and pull your money out.
Yeah.
No, not anymore.
Girl. Once it even smells your car, it's like, oh, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did I tell y'all that happened? Something very similar happened to me, not this past weekend, the weekend before, because I will just very quickly say it was very funny. I was at my sister's house and it was early in the morning and I went to go take something to the post office, and on my way back I was like, I'm gonna get me a little drink from McDonald's. It's breakfast time. Let me get a little sausage biscuit. I walk into my sister's house and my nephew Ben is awake and he goes, you went to McDonald's and you didn't get me anything? I've got like my food and drink in my hand. I was like, I'm sorry. And he goes, you knew I was awake. You saw me. And I started laughing and I was like, well, they still have breakfast. I'll go get you breakfast. I've lived alone for so long. I don't know. I just forgot.
I'm a helpless little woman.
I was like, he was so upset. So and then
how old is he?
And then he just turned 16 on Friday.
Oh, cute.
But yeah, and so I had to get everyone McDonald's. So I
did he have a quince? He didn't have a quince?
He didn't have a quince.
That's a girl. The girls. Only the girls.
But Isabella didn't have a quince either.
Gender again.
But I ordered it on the app, and then when I got there, they like couldn't figure it out, and I had to they had to type in my order again and have me pay. But the good thing is they had me pay, and then a couple hours later, I got a message from McDonald's that said like your order's been refunded.
Ooh!
So I got that money back.
Mama is going off.
But yeah, and then so now my thing is I need to stop mobile ordering for a while because nobody has their shit together.
No. Turn it all off.
Right.
Turn it off.
I need Joe Biden to figure this out. Joe Biden, Kamala, figure it out. That's your platform 2024.
That's it.
Where's our secretary of
fast food?
Fast
agriculture.
food.
It's Secretary of Agriculture, honey. That's food.
Sure. Yeah.
RJ, do you have one?
Yeah, a little bit. Just something small.
Okay, it's time.
Go off.
I need my I wish there was a button to like flush your algorithm on TikTok. I wish there was just
This is
Just
what I'm
clear
saying.
the cache.
clear the cache. Because if I see another video
Of cottage cheese.
of a pastor's wife.
Why are you on Pastor's
I
Top?
don't know, Adam.
RJ.
I think it was a cottage cheese girl because it's like, okay, these white
adjacent.
women
It's
eating their
adjacent.
lunch
When did it start?
today.
No, TikTok is broken.
This
That's
is
what I was saying
your theory?
earlier.
Or you have
I believe TikTok is broken. I believe everybody's
Q-
For You pages
told you?
are
that TikTok is broken.
yes. They just I just don't think it's working.
And like, okay, let me describe this one. It's like it's just like a typical morning, a typical Sunday morning of a pastor's wife. And it's like fast clips of her in the drive-thru at Starbucks, her mixing her drink, spilling on her dress. And she's like, oops. And she like tells her 4 kids in the back. They're like, can someone grab the wet wipes or whatever? And then she's like still drinking. And then it's a shot of her while her husband is like preaching.
No.
Her drink. She's taking a picture of her drink, like basically like
In church?
Yes. Which I don't even. There are churches that let you bring their Starbucks.
Yeah, like
that sounds
you
insane.
can't. You're not
As a
supposed to eat
Catholic-
or drink an hour before church because you're about
Right.
to take in the body and blood of Jesus.
The sacrament.
Like I'm
No,
like,
I grew
what
up, I
are
don't
you
know.
talking about, girl? We eat after. We get the drive-through
Yeah.
McDonald's after church.
The body
You
and
go to
blood is
Perkins after.
You go to Perkins after.
the body and blood
You get a
is
second watch after.
you breaking your fast. That is
Yeah,
your-
like it was the
that's-
whole thing.
Oh
Like
my
you're not
God.
supposed to eat before.
Oh.
I don't know.
So I was just, and then I went on this whole spiral of like, is this like a weird way to, not weird, but like it's, well, maybe weird. It's just like look at how relatable we are. Like we're like, you can
You
come
drink
on here.
coffee.
Yeah, we drink coffee
We're
too.
just
I'm
like you,
Mine-
sinners.
just like you, girl.
My-
So come on up to
yeah,
this
they weren't
mega
Mormons,
church.
to be clear.
No.
My Twitter has recently been indulged with like, because I do the For You Twitter. I don't do like who I follow. And it's been like I get like once a day usually, but it'll be like a post of a guy and his family, very normal looking family, right? Like not an issue. Nobody cares. Beautiful family, and the caption will be like, "They're trying to take this away from you." Who is they?
You, girl,
talking
it's
about?
you.
I was like, girl, this is rage. The worst part about
You-
Twitter is now everything is like they monetize from your rage clicks.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So I just don't. engage.
Oh my God, all my ads on Twitter are like, you can have this too if you take cold showers or
Oh yeah. It's become LinkedIn.
optimize your life or whatever. And it's just like some straight dude.
Oh god. We live in the worst
Sounds
time.
awful.
Yeah.
Sounds
So I am I'm manually trying to cleanse my For You page by watching like, okay, mukbang only, Korean recipes only. I watched this one of this Korean family. It's the one where you've probably seen it. Like she cooks for her parents and it's her parents like first time eating these foods.
Oh yes, it did.
And she makes
The
soul food for them for the first time.
It went viral like a month ago. It's so
Yes,
good.
because the dad is just like enjoying these ham hocks and collard greens, and the
Aw.
mom like pours the like yam juice all over the cornbread, and like all of these stitches of like, I can't believe we've been outsold. I felt people were just like, I felt that when the ingenuity that they were doing. So doing my own manual flush because TikTok won't.
Yeah, it hasn't been a pleasurable experience for me these past couple of days scrolling. Usually I just get lost and I'm like, scroll.
Yeah.
Ugh, hate it.
She can't even finish a movie.
Yeah. Show me a good film.
But you
Show
know,
me Shallow Hal again. TikTok.
Oh
But
no!
you know what social media platform you can upload an entire movie? Twitter. Because I saw on a reply today,
Yep.
someone replied as a way to kind of like be algorithm. I don't know. They're like, this post is dumb. Here, watch Tangled in its entirety. And someone
I
just
can't
uploaded
watch
yeah.
it and
the
it's
full video.
if you have Twitter Blue, also known now as unfortunately X Premium, you can upload any length of video to X.
Wow.
And so I'm not calling it X, it's Twitter. And they originally I saw people doing that so to be like, this is a bad idea, Elon, you're fucking up the platform. Like Disney's going to come after you because you're allowing there's no checks in place. Like YouTube, you can't fucking post a movie.
No. You can't even post like half of a song in like the back that's playing at somebody's car speaker 4 cars down.
Girl, when we watched that Willy Wonka trailer, YouTube was like, nice try, girl. Nice try.
We can't do it. We can't do it.
But Elon's too busy preparing for his alleged fight with Mark Zuckerberg.
What the fuck are we doing?
What are we? We are living in the multiverse, and this
the bad one.
Or if you're watching Big Brother, the Scrambleverse. Ooh, you never know what could happen in the Scrambleverse.
Cool.
Okay, I'll go off.
Okay,
I hope it's about what RJ just said.
It's not. But you know what I am sick of? And I feel like I've said it before, but if I am having an email conversation with you about something, do not reply to me in a new thread. For the love of God, reply to the email thread. Because you know what then happens when you're starting a new thread? Details get lost.
I don't remember what.
It needs to all be in the same thread.
Yeah.
Like, if it is a completely different topic, that is fine. But that's how like details for events just get lost. And like, then you blame me. And I'm like, why are you not replying? Why it is taking you more time instead of replying to my email than starting a new email and putting a new subject line that's just like something silly and like still the same, but like the title of basically your reply. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And I am begging you to stop. Thank you.
Do you what email carrier do you use? What is your app of choice? Because at work I use Outlook.
Oh, so I use Gmail.
I'm a Gmail.
Casey,
but
do you have an
Outlook for my worky work and Gmail for everything else.
Yeah. So I get irate. It's a similar thing. I get irate when on Outlook you can group I think you can it does this automatically in Gmail, but it groups it by conversation. So I get mad when people you can tell. I think you're wrong. And I'll tell you why you're wrong. I get so mad when you can tell that people turn it off because then they just go back and they do their emails in the order they got them, which that's fine. That's understandable. But they reply to the thing that's not the last email in the thread. Because they're not noticed. They don't have it grouped. So they don't know there's another one 3 emails up. Oh my God.
Or like maybe this has already been covered in one of the replies.
But see, I usually have to, that happens in some use cases. Okay. But like if there's an email, but you only want to reply to specific people, it continues the conversation. That's sometimes like, and then
that can be
confusing because sometimes I'm like, okay, now I want to reply to the people that now that I've talked shit about this person.
Yes, you did the reply. And
I have to go back
12
to
different times to make sure that you didn't.
It does make that complicated. Sure.
Absolutely.
Miranda, you missed it again.
My little mountain climber.
He's just preparing for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
What for?
Okay, Casey, do you have a go orf?
Okay.
Let's
go orf.
Bring it on home.
Your time starts at the
Do we have times? No.
It's
you have the floor. You have the floor.
The floor is yours.
You have the chat. The group chat is yours.
All right. Well, William, I don't have much to go off about this week besides all of the normal stuff. You know, getting a Coke instead of a Diet Coke and then getting home and realizing it's wrong and then just having to give it to someone else because I refuse to drink regular Coke. It's too sweet. But But today it's sometimes just laughable the way that people act on the road. Like literally, there's 4 people in a turning lane. 5. I'm number 5. There's 5 people in a turning lane, and we get our green arrow. And it's like, all right, let's go. We know this is a short light. It's a small light. First person goes. Second person goes. The third person starts to go, stops. The arrow turns yellow, and they continue to stop. And then the arrow goes red, and then they decide to turn.
Oh my God!
And I was just sitting there, and I was like, Are you kidding me? Like they literally they fucked us all. They fucked the rest of us over. Like now we're gonna have to wait a whole thing in this light forever. It's just like when you are at a turning lane.
Yes,
you need to be ready.
It is. I say this to everyone. If you are being left at a light, it is your fucking responsibility.
This is your only job.
You have a job. You put your phone away. You turn your radio down.
No, this is your focus.
The commerce of the nation depends on this turn.
Honestly.
Yes.
There are 2 cars that can turn once that light turns yellow. And if you are one of those 2, you better be on alert, because sometimes you can maybe make a third. Who knows?
Sometimes and like sometimes they're motion and they're like, oh, well, nobody's there. We're just going to turn immediately red.
Yes.
Like,
it's just you got to be ready.
Yes.
Why is no one ready?
Why is no one ready?
I'll expand on this,
and it's
Casey, if I can, for a moment.
Sure.
This is what happens when you build a nation that is focused on everybody driving their own car. No, you can't take licenses away from people, because some people don't know how to drive, but we let them drive because otherwise you're being like, you can't have a job, you can't do anything. Isn't that wild? Awful. I'm slowly going to turn all of our listeners into urbanists.
You also can't even like honk at people these days because
because in Texas they're shooting.
You will
people.
die. You will die.
Yep.
If you honk at someone, you will die. We're gonna have another
Dallas
road raged man trying to murder me on the road. Like it's gonna happen.
Car companies come out with all these new damn fangled nonsense that nobody needs. Nobody needs 360 views of around their car. They need a backup camera, and that's it. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I need a second horn that sounds like cute.
Yeah,
it's just like
hey, Bessie.
Attention. Oh, hey. You may not be looking. LOL.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I need the LOL version of
I need the
horn.
LOL horn.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like a hey girl. Hi.
I don't think you saw.
It reminds me of, there was that one TikTok where it's like, you're waiting for the person to go and you're like, come on, go. You're the person that doesn't go and you're like, what? The light just turned green, my God. And then or you're the person who doesn't see it and you're on your phone and you get honked and you're just like, or no one honks at you and they're like, God, no, does no one ever honk anymore? Like you never you don't win.
I always like wait like at least like 7 seconds before I'm like,
yes, I know. And then I give a little toot of a horn, like,
oh, and then I'm just like, oh, it's okay. Just go. It's all right. Oh, it's a scary world out there. Mm-hmm. Also, I don't think tinted windows should be allowed because those are also scary.
But it's so hot.
Casey would disagree. Yeah.
Oh, is that why?
Well,
my
car
wasn't
not tinted.
Yes,
and I hate it. Like
so
I
bad.
used to have tinted windows, and it really makes a difference.
Yeah,
it does truly. But some people take it too far, and they do there's like a certain amount of passivity that you're supposed to have, and
because you can get pulled over if it's too much. I was telling
there's
Joe,
guns that test the amount of light filtering.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was telling Joe, I was like, I just need a new car and it needs tinted windows and new brakes. And he's like, why don't you just tint these windows? I'm like, no, I just need a new car.
No, I think the new car is the solution.
I think that's, yeah.
Yeah, Jason's like, your car's almost paid off. And I was like, oh, and he goes, that doesn't mean you get a
That doesn't mean.
What do you mean?
Mine's been paid off for like 2 years now.
That's nice.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been nice not having that payment. I don't want it again. I'll tell you that.
How much was your payment? Do you remember?
$375.
Oh my god.
$375,
so low.
0% interest.
Wow.
Oh, that's good.
She was in November 2016. They were loving me. They, great credit.
She got that credit,
No
honey.
interest.
Wow.
Woo.
Mine is 192, and
I think mine's
always
like 112.
yeah, I always say that, and people are like, "Holy fuck, that's so low." I know. I work with a guy whose car payment is $850,
Yeah.
and it's for a Jeep.
Oh.
Yep.
Doesn't your other coworker want to get a Tesla too?
Yes. 2 of my coworkers want to get Teslas.
For
Unfortunately.
what? Girl, for
For
what?
what? For why?
It
Can I
just
go-
seems stressful.
Can I say one more thing? It's not a go off, but it's truly just like it's on my spirit. It's sitting on my spirit, and I need to
Sure.
speak on it.
Tell me.
Sure.
Our friend Robbie, not friend of the pod, but friend Robbie, is a teacher in Florida.
Oh,
And the entire, I don't know if any of you know, but the entire situation of Orange County Public Schools, in order to deal with the laws that have been passed by the state government, have decided that in order to adjust the name that you call a student and the pronouns they use, you have to get a signed permission slip. So for example, RJ even would not be able to go by RJ. He would have to go get a permission slip, otherwise he will be called Raphael. It's super dangerous. And then the other half of the equation is that if you are a teacher and you have different, if your pronouns do not match your like biological sex or whatever, you are not allowed to ask the students to like use specific pronouns. So people are getting like dead named. Teachers are going to get dead named. I mean, it's so dangerous. And Robbie, I bring this up because Robbie is like really going through it, because it's obviously when he started like going down this road to be a teacher was not the energy that he thought he was gonna have to deal with. And I just feel so bad for all the teachers who are like,
because it's also like being a teacher already sucks. Like
it's like
they're not
they're
underappreciated, they're
Right.
underpaid.
Yep.
All of that already.
Yep.
And then the pandemic hit. And now this is going through. It's just so shitty, and they do not deserve.
The other thing is that if parents sign the thing that you have to call the child, you can call the child by the other name. The teachers are supposed to abide by the name change. But if they personally have a thing where they don't like morally, they're against it, they're changing pronouns, they don't have to follow the pronouns. Jeez. And obviously this doesn't really affect Robbie. He teaches 2nd grade, so it's less of an issue for him. But like, it's just the idea is so crazy. So just wanted to touch on that because it's bad. It's very bad. A dark episode from the group chat.
I know.
Yeah,
dark side is
some indigestion will make Adam be like, well, let's talk about the implications.
Existentialism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, girlies, thanks for letting us pod from the couch today.
You're so very welcome. I hope the both of you feel better soon.
Thanks. We're gonna get some soup, and I really want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
For the 4th
Hit
time
the hay.
For the 4th time
Take
today.
some acetaminophen, lots of not whatever you're drinking. Let's get some water.
Let's get some clear liquids and not whatever that is.
Yeah,
whatever
Sprite.
that is.
Sprite. Yeah. Topo Chico.
Not even Topo Chico. Let's just get some.
Stick with water.
Some water.
Chicago's
Maybe
finest.
put a little lemon in it. That's fine.
Okay, I'll do a limon.
A limon.
Yes.
Okay,
that is a great question. Real quick, Maisie asked if he has a wish list, like an Amazon wish list that we could add.
Does Robbie have a?
Oh,
I
don't know off the top of my head, but
that's a great question, Maisie. Thank you so much. We will make sure that in the show notes, if we have a wish list that can be cleared, or if we have any listeners that have any wish lists that they would like us to put in the show notes, we would be so happy to do that. Just send us a DM on Instagram. Did you read what's our Instagram? Did you read the pod?
Did you
read the pod? And we'll make sure to put it in our show notes on this Thursday's episode or this episode.
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us today. And don't forget, everybody, Don't forget. Wait. Yeah, don't forget
to read the group
chat. Bye-bye. Okay, now
Rhino
Don't
is
forget
standing
the
in Walt's
ending.
apartment right now.
Wow.
Now I have to awkwardly get up.
Freelax says,
Stop
"Get better,
this
my
recording.
babes."
Thank
Thank you, Freelax.
Just give us a moment to reach the computer and stuff.
Yeah, RJ, and isn't your foot messed up again?
Oh, girl, I didn't even talk about my foot.
Oh my God. And it was even when I was there and he's like, oh, I'm going to jinx my foot being hurt today. And then the next day, Jason's like, didn't he just say that? Like,
yep. Okay,
his
bye.
foot was bad.
Bye.
Bye.
Not the foot.
Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.